Nigeria and is partly responsible for the rise of Boko Haram. Wake up, Niger. And a final thought, short and sweet, from Benedict Dewa. Benedict thinks negotiation is the only way to peace. Guns never bring anything but tears. Some sobering thoughts there on the situation in Nigeria. Please continue to share your voice about the situation there, and here's a number of ways you can do so.
Keep your thoughts coming in. Email africa@presstv.co.uk or text us on +44 78 00 00 8086. Or you can go to our Facebook fan page, Africa Today, Press TV London. Or you can now follow us on Twitter. We are at Africa Today TV.
Indeed, the question is to give amnesty to Boko Haram or not to give amnesty to Boko Haram, especially as some sects of Boko Haram don't even feel that there's a need for an amnesty because they have done nothing that needs an amnesty. And we have some thoughts from Lagos, if you're still there with us, Professor, as we look forward to some solution-orientated thinking. What are your thoughts, obviously as a scholar and a Muslim yourself? There is guidance within Islam about how to solve these type of problems, are there not?
Oh, of course there is. The dialogue is the answer. Not aggression, not war. War will lead to destruction. And the glorious Quran in chapter 6, verse 151 condemns killing and maiming. During war, there should be no attacks on women and children. Holy Prophet Muhammad forbade warriors, forbade fighters from cutting down trees. You should not attack vegetation. You must not attack animals, domestic animals. So there are what you call these rules of engagement in Islam. And what happened in Baga on Friday last week is an abomination. It's preposterous. And I think the International Court of Justice should be called into this, and those who are responsible for this invasion, for this unprovoked killing of people in their hundreds, should be made to face the wrath of law.
Okay, well, let me bring you in.
The rule of law.
Sorry, Professor, let me bring in Alice. Alice, bringing them forward to the rule of law, a rule of law that they do not respect, a rule of law that some say extrajudicially killed their leader whilst he was in custody. Where does the law fit in this situation?
I think we need to separate sentiment from what is happening in Nigeria today, because every Nigerian is living in fear, adult or child. Everyone is living in fear. The attack we are getting is that there are a group of people, they are not happy. If you hear, I'm not speaking for Boko Haram.
Sure.
I know they have grievance, just like the people in the Niger Delta have grievance. Just as Alice Ukoko has a grievance,
yes,
as an oil owner that has no control over her oil. We all have a grievance. The problem we need at this moment is that we need to separate agitation from criminal behavior. Boko Haram's activity of killing people, same as the ones of men in the Niger Delta killing people, those are activities that are criminal. These are crimes against humanity. Therefore, to then begin to dangle the carrot in front of the very people, though we don't see them, to say, well, it's okay, we forgive you. Now on, we will give you $25 billion to go and share amongst yourselves. And from now on, every single one of you will be paid a salary of $100,000 every month.
Is that the offer on the table?
This is the offer on the table. And then you can then go off to any white country where you want to study. This is what they've done with some of the talks in the Niger Delta. So what I'm saying is that criminals need to be addressed. We know that crime has become the fabric of the present Nigeria the way we see it.
Okay,
because
well,
the constitution itself...
Seeing as we're talking about crime, I mean, let me refer back again. The leader, former leader of Boko Haram, was arrested, taken into police custody and effectively executed. So how is it possible for some Nigerians to respect the law if their own police can do that? Where does the law fit in this situation?
The law needs to be reinforced. But in dealing with this specific crisis here and now, we have to acknowledge one thing. A, that the law isn't working. B, that the military isn't working. And C, that an amnesty, a blanket amnesty, would be unethical.
Yeah.
So those are the three things that need to be acknowledged.
Right.
So the one thing that can be done to try and get us out of this impasse is that there needs to be a meeting of minds. People who are concerned about human rights sitting at the same table with the people conducting the military operations.
What about ECOWAS? Do you have faith in them being able to be a levelling voice?
Nigeria is ECOWAS to some
considerable
degree.
There are other countries involved.
There are, but
yes.
even if you look at the operational capabilities, everyone looks to Nigeria when anything serious needs to take place. And
right.
So
but everyone is looking to Nigeria indeed. But Nigeria has this big problem, Professor. Let's give the final word to you about a potential solution. We've got the African Union, we've got ECOWAS, we've got many examples in African situations where Africans have come together to try and resolve the situation. What are your thoughts?
I think dialogue is the way forward. Amnesty is the way forward. Anything short of that could lead to a conflagration. It's burning already. I think the UN should come in at this stage and call those, make sure that the law has its way. Those who committed the massacre, who carried out the massacre of Friday in Baga should face the International Court of Justice.
Okay, let's stop you there. Unfortunately, Professor, time is against us. I do feel sorry for interrupting you, but time is against us. Thanks to all of you who've been sending comments to us. What are your thoughts on Nigeria? Amnesty, African solution, is there potential for one? Email africa@presstv.co.uk or text +44 78 0000 8086. And don't forget, now you can tweet at Africa Today TV. A huge thanks to today's guests, Alice Ukoko, Adunola Abiola and Professor Ishak Akintola. Join us next week for another edition of Africa Today. But until then, from me, Vuiswang Ngobongwana, on behalf of the whole team, thanks for watching.